All right, greetings everybody, and welcome to week number 7. That is right, week number 752, and that makes 7 of your 9449 class, which is your business librarianship class. As always, I'm your professor, Dr. Jace K. Alston, and we are actually going to make this one fairly short today because we are, this is the week. This is the week where you are, as we'll see here, scroll, and scroll some more. There we go. So this is the week where you are starting to work on your business plan assignments, either with your group or solo. If you don't have a group, I probably should have changed that. That's some language that was left over from the last time around. A lot of you are solo, so don't be weirded out by the group language there. But yes, your business plan assignments, you're going to get started on those. Well, you probably already started on them, but if you haven't started on them, you definitely are going to get started on those this week. This is the next to the last week of the class. This is an 8-week class, and this is week number 7. So you all can do the math. You all get it. So having said that, yes, we're not going to take up a whole lot of time on this check-in video, and you also don't have a whole heck of a lot of stuff here. And so what you don't have to, without having to read a whole lot, and then also your Net Advantage worksheet, hopefully that won't be too bad. Mostly what I want you all to do is really start diving into the business plan stuff this week, the business plan resources this week, so that you can get started on those big final projects. Okay. So yeah, with that said, you all have pretty much done, you've done the two outstanding, the two unique discussion board prompts, unless you got an extension from you. So you've done the discussion board prompt where you reacted to a stumper, and you've done one where you summarized and reviewed a video, okay? So now that you've done those things, the only thing you have left really are discussion board prompts and then also your business plan assignment. All right. So yes, you are on the home stretch. You all have been wonderful. I was just looking at the grades earlier, and you all have very much exceeded my expectations. I'm very proud of you all. Keep up the good work. All those things. All right. Let's get into that worksheet review. Pardon me. Hold on a second. All right. So let's get it popping right here. So we are going to go over this this worksheet for Yahoo Finance. And then I'm pretty much going to let you all go. So this one is probably going to be maybe a 12-minute video. It's not going to be very long at all. And you all have work to do this week, so you don't need it to be that long. So, first of all, and I'm already in Estee Lauder. Thank you. We are already in there, so let's go ahead and ask this first question. But first of all, yes, if you needed to get in there, you would put the ticker symbol of EL in there. I told you what the ticker symbol was. And when you put that ticker symbol in, it will bring you there. So the first question that we have are, what are the revenue and earning figures for Estee Lauder on the day you are looking at this worksheet, and how did you find that information? And so if you scroll down here, you will see it is actually on this summary page that you default on. So go to your summary page that you're defaulting on, you scroll down, and what you are going to do is you're going to hit this research analysis right here, and you've got revenue versus earnings right here. All right. And so, okay, yeah, don't do that to me. All right, so then when you get this revenue versus earnings, and so the figure that I'm pretty much looking for in this case, and I know that so I know this question was a little confusing to people. I am gonna probably word it a little differently next time around. And again, Yahoo Finance has gotten it's gotten altered a little bit as well. And I think I remember telling you all that there is a new tutorial video that I had to put in as well. So this is really the answer that I'm hoping for, but if you got something else, that's okay. But the answer that I'm kind of hoping for is this right here, the revenue at $4 billion and the earnings at $223 million. All right. But also, there's going to be some leeway in how I grade this particular worksheet, in part because some of these answers are indeed going to be different depending on the day that you actually did the worksheet. Okay. So I am keeping that in mind as well. So don't worry about that. All right. Let's go into that second question, and that second question is going to be scroll. What is the beta figure for Estee Lauder, and how and where did you find this? Also, what does beta mean? you may Google that. All right, so we are actually going to go back to the summary here. And you're actually going to see a beta figure right here, and that beta figure is 110. Now, what does a beta figure mean? We can go ahead and just Google that, and I will pause and then show you the Google answer. All right, so if you Google beta, what is a beta? Beta is the second letter of the Greek alphabet, blah, 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 used in finance to denote the volatility or systematic risk of a security or portfolio compared to the market, usually the Standard & Poor 500, which has a beta of 1.0. Stocks with betas higher than 1 are interpreted as more volatile than those in the Standard & Poor 500. All right. So basically, here we go. I wanted to scroll down a little bit on that one. So beta values. If the beta is less than 1, let's go here right away. If the beta is less than 1, then that means the security is less volatile than the market. Including this stock in a portfolio makes it less risky than the same portfolio without the stock. Utility stocks often have low betas because they move more slowly than market averages. Okay. And then if you've got a beta greater than 1, a beta greater than 1 indicates that the security's price is theoretically more volatile than the market actually is. So if a stock's beta is 1.2, it is assumed to be 20% more volatile than the market. Technology stocks tend to have higher betas than the market benchmark, and adding the stock to the portfolio will increase the stock's risk, but may also increase its return. So there you go there. All right, so yeah, there you go with that, and then we will come back over here and get our next question, and our next what in the world? All right, okay. All right, our next question is, how many full-time employees does Estee Lauder have according to Yahoo Finance, and where did you find this information? So if we come back here, that information is actually going to be in the profile. So you can go to profile right here, scroll, and move me, and it's actually going to be here. Full-time employees, 44,020. I'm sure that is an estimate and something that probably changes by 1 or 2 every single day. And you've also got your key executives here, which you have your key executives in Mergent as well. So there's more than one way to find this information, more than one way to skin a cat. All right, let's one. So what was Estee Lauder's adjusted close on March 1st, 2023, and where did you find that information? So that's going to be part of your, since it's 2023 and we're now in 2025, that's going to be part of your historical data, okay? So when we go into historical data, what we got to do is we've got to, what was it asking for again? Adjusted close, okay. So, that's not where we want to be. That's better. All right, so let's scroll here. '23, and what was it again? March the 1st. Okay. Sorry guys. Okay, so all right, so we're going to go to 2023. Sorry that this is taking so long. March 2023. So let's actually go to February as the start date, and then we'll go to up. Dope. Okay, sorry. I know this is now taking a super long time. All right, there we go. All right, and then we'll go into March, and we will have March the 3rd. Let's just do this. Oh, well, that's April 3rd. Okay. All right, but we are going to have March in there, so let's scroll down to, actually, let's look for adjusted close. Adjusted close will be this column right here. And so we're going to scroll down, adjusted close should be right here, 236.29. Again, that's, make sure, March 1st, 2023, March 1st, 2023, adjusted close, 236.29. So that's what that is going to be. And then, finally, what we are going to have is who is the top mutual fund holder for Estee Lauder and how many shares do they hold. This is another piece of information that you can also find in Mergent, but let's find it here. So I believe that is holders, if I'm not. Okay, major holders. What are we doing again here? It's top mutual fund holder. Okay, so top institutional holders. Scroll. Top mutual fund holders. So again, the question is top mutual fund holders for Estee Lauder, and how many shares do they hold? Let me click out of that. Okay, how many shares do they hold? So these are our top mutual fund holders, and so Vanguard Index Funds, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund is going to be your top mutual fund holder. And how many shares do they hold? That is going to be 6.96 million shares as of December 31st, 2024. Okay. And that will conclude our worksheet. Again, I know that because some things got changed around, I know that question number 1 was confusing for some of you all, so don't worry about that. I will give you some grace as I grade those. As long as your answer makes some sort of sense, you're going to be good to go. Okay. And with that said, yeah, let's go ahead and leave it there, because you all have business plan stuff to work on, business plan assignment stuff to work on, and I want you all to go ahead and work on it. So until next week, which will be our final week, I am Dr. Jace, and just remember, you're going to have to do this business plan assignment at a pretty fast pace, but I think you all can do it. And once you do it, you will treat yourself to a nice, lovely glass of wine and a movie or a massage or something like that, because you will have gotten through the course once you finish that. All right, take care, guys. I will see you next week for the final check-in video.